Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome to AOR Hype Energy Xbox One F2 League for Season 16. AOR has been on a break week for 2 weeks whilst the real life American and Mexican GPs took place. But now we are back and the drivers are ready to roll. Today we go to Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan, where it hosts the 4th round of Season 16. A circuit in real life where it saw Nico Rosberg win the first race on this circuit back in 2016. With Vettel and Perez finishing 2nd and 3rd respectively. And who cannot forget a notable incident that happened in 2017 where Sebastian Vettel deliberately crashing into Lewis Hamilton after accusing Hamilton of brake checking him under the safety car. With the track being 6 kilometers long, it makes it the 2nd longest circuit on the F1 calendar. And I'm Jess and I'll be one of your commentators this evening. Unfortunately, usually alongside me I'm joined by Josh Swan, but he can't make it tonight, he's out with his girlfriend, and I'm usually joined out by my backup commentator if he's not here, and my backup commentator's not here either, so you just got me for the moment. Hopefully my backup commentator will join me towards the race once the race starts, so we're keeping our fingers crossed for that one. But anyway, we are very excited to get back into some action. It's going to be absolutely brilliant, and what we've got on offer today is we've got the soft tyre, the super soft and the ultras, but these 3 tyres are gone completely out of the window because it is raining. Yes, it is raining heavily in qualifying in Baku, and I think we're going to have a wet to dry quali just like they did in China. And you can see on your screens the pole time last time was set by Fabrizio Donoso with a 1:39.4, and I do believe we can see those records broken today, with a few people in practice have been setting 1:37s and 1:36s, so we could definitely see it broken tonight if the qualifying should stay out, but I don't think we can due to these wet conditions. So as you can see, here is a map of the Azerbaijan circuit. It is very long indeed, and it makes it some very interesting racing. And now we move on to our hot lap then, which is commentated by Justin Sutton and driven by CRG Evo. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Hello and welcome to the Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan as we go on board with the Ferrari around one of the newest tracks on the F1 calendar. Arriving at turn 1 now at over 340 kph and moving as far right as possible to open up the corner, braking just before the 100 meter board and down to 3rd gear. Keep the cards at the right hand side as we barrel down toward the 2nd of 3 90-degree lefts that make up the majority. Set 1, you want to focus on having a good exit here as it's a long run down to a corner where we expect to see lots of battling this weekend. Again, you'll spot your braking on the right hand side and just before the 100 meter board, making use of 3rd gear once again, but quickly moving over to the left hand side to open up the 90-degree right at the end of sector 1. Now it's just a short sprint and a few gear changes down to the chicane of turns 5 and 6, using 3rd at the entrance here, but dropping to 2nd gear for the exit. And then it's a slightly longer sprint as we get into the castle section of sector 2. Turn 7 really isn't an overtaking location despite the heavy braking into it from 6th gear right down to 2nd. Another dash to the next series of corners where you'll need full commitment as you flash between the barriers in 3rd gear, staying to the left at the exit to open turn 11 and more importantly turn 12, as now it's full throttle through 13 and 14 as we climb over the highest point of the circuit and begin the descent into the tricky turn 15. Braking before the 50 meter board and being careful to avoid the barrier at corner exit is the best strategy as you position yourself for the most important corner on the circuit. Braking around 80 meters and down to 3rd gear for the final time during this lap, the focus is now on avoiding oversteer or wheel spin and setting yourself up for the best finish to the lap and the best start to the next lap. 18 and 19 are easy flat in 2018 with the DRS detection at the apex of turn 20, and then keep that foot buried as it's a straight shot to the finish line. That is a lap of Baku. Best of luck to everyone racing this weekend on PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox in Apex Online Racing.
So here we go then, qualifying is just about to get underway. Actually, it's got underway just now, and we are very, very excited to see what these drivers can do in these wet conditions. It's absolutely, as you can see, it is absolutely chucking it down. So it's going to make for some very interesting racing already. We don't know what it's going to be like in the race, but there are some tricky corners, as Justin Sutton was saying in a lap, where people can get caught out, especially in the castle section just passing up right here. So the fastest lap time on the intermediates at the moment, because that is the tyre that they're using at the moment, is Ollie, which is he's got a new gamer tag for tonight, which is Ollie44 Smithson. Just to let you know, he used to be VSR Smithson, but he's Ollie44 Smithson with a 150.7. So we are intrigued to see what these guys can do, and I think Welty is just moved from to a full-time driver, and unfortunately he's retired there, so that is not the best move ideally. So very intrigued to see what is going to happen here. We almost got a full grid. Now our championship leader is currently sitting in P2 with a 150.8. Now regarding the championship standings, I'll go through a little bit more about the championship standings in a second, just after qualifying is finishing. But at the moment, Holland is about 1 point separating between him and the two McLaren drivers. And the two McLaren drivers are leading the constructors. And we just seen Holland in the Force India there just almost went in the wall there in the castle section. That's probably not the best place to put it, but it is quite difficult in the wet. And these guys, when they found out it was wet, they weren't happy with it as well. As you can see, times are starting to improve in these wet conditions. I'm not entirely sure if these guys have had much practice in the wet conditions. The last time we commentated on a wet race, wet qualifying, was in Australia back in the first round. I was solo commentating on that as well. So I'm absolutely very excited to see how these are going to go. So only one retirement from this, and everyone is still managing to go. We've still got 4 people still not to set a lap time at the moment, so we will just have to wait and see what finds out what is going to happen here. But let me just see who is on a lap at the moment. Now Sam is not on a lap, so I won't be following him. We've got yellow flags in sector 1. That's probably the very tricky turn 3 and turn 4. So we are, no, he is slowing down, I think. Let me just get the lap data for you as well, just see how fast they are going. But Rosberg seems to be all right on his pace at the moment. He practiced a few times during the week, and he seems to be pretty comfortable with what he was doing on his pace-wise. So who knows? Maybe he could challenge for the win, because he had the win last time that we were streaming back in Bahrain, because obviously there was no stream 3 weeks ago. So it is highly undoubtedly we can watch these people set up some very good laps. Now I don't think he's going on. No, he is about 1/10 slow, so let's not follow him. We're going to follow, I think KJ Gamer's on an outlap as well, so we're going to follow him as well. Now, the person who was actually looking very good on pace is definitely KJ Gamer, because KJ Gamer said to me in the chat, in our little chat that we've been having, that he was looking very strong on pace. He was very happy with the car when he was practicing earlier on, and yeah, it was looking very, very good as well. So all in all, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Well, I think we've got a few more people going on that lap as well. We've got Pele, who is still staying on the lap as well. Unfortunately, we've got a few drivers not being able to make tonight. One of them is Dralix. Unfortunately, he can't make it. And lots of other people can't make it tonight. But apart from that, we got a full grid, which is brilliant. It is good to see. So our fastest time at the moment is John, setting a 150.0. I think that's what we could expect people to set on these intermediates in these types of wet conditions. That is what we could expect to see at the moment. So very intrigued to see what is going to happen with these guys as they go on. So KJ Gamer is about to cross the start-finish straight, and we're going to follow him on a lap around the Baku circuit. Even though Justin Sutton went through a lap with us already, it is time to go through one of our drivers' laps here in Baku in the wet. Now approaching turn 1 here in hot lap mode. The gears you approach at the moment is going to be very, very low, especially in the wet, because you've got to brake really hard. Now, as you can see up in the rain, it's starting to die down as well, and the sun is starting to get up as well. So we could see wet to dry conditions again, which, to be honest, I would really want to see these guys do. So we'll just have to find out what happens here at this moment in time. But here we go. So is he approaching the long straight there? He didn't look that fast at the moment. He went a bit of the wall there, but he probably tried to clip the curb, or maybe he was doing another out lap to make sure that he manages his tyres very, very well. He's currently sitting in P7 at the moment. Always a yellow flag in sets 2, which is probably turn 8 and 9, the dreaded castle section, which is quite difficult, I've got to say. And we've got a few people in the chat as well. How are you all doing tonight? And we will hopefully get your thoughts and opinions on who you think is going to get pole position here in Baku. And we could see people that are not normally getting on pole position could get pole position and could score some valuable points as well. But looks like the conditions are dying down, so probably a few people deciding to pit and do another lap, so they want it to die down a little bit. But it looks like to be less worse than it was at the start of qualifying, so that is looking good. But anyway, KJ Gamer looking really fast going into the straight at the moment. Another yellow flag in sector 1. Definitely sector 1 is definitely caught catching out a lot of people tonight. So we're going to see what happens here with KJ Gamer. Is he going to set a respective lap time? Is he going to improve? Yes, he does, with a 1:49.1, which is a very good lap time from KJ Gamer already in those wets. Can we see lap times improve? If these conditions improve with the wet, if it dies down a little bit, I think they can. I think these guys will probably improve. So watch out for these guys who improve a little bit more, especially John as well, who is looking very good in the wet, as well as Rosberg as well. So most of these guys are starting to get caught out with some of these sections and some of these curves as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as the race continues. As we've got 5 minutes and 54 seconds left of qualifying, and we are very excited to see what happens. And the Xbox F1 stream will be on in about 40 minutes time. So if you want to check out that stream, make sure you do that as well, because we've got some great drivers in there as well. And also stay for the stream for a while to keep an eye on what's going on as well. So yeah, the favourite noble modes, as we said, was Lewis Hamilton, and also the 2017 race in Baku in 2018 felt very, very sad for Bottas, because he got a puncher and that gifted Lewis Hamilton the win. And to be honest, I think Bottas should have got that win, but due to that puncher, he didn't. So I wonder if those chaos will be done today. We will have to wait and see what happens here, just to find out what happened. But we are just moments away on finishing qualifying sooner than we think. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see what we can do here. So don't forget, you can get involved in the chat by using the hashtag AORHype on Twitter, and don't forget to mention Xbox One F2 for more information about what is going on as well. We're also powered by Elgato, which I'm using currently to stream this beautiful stream here in Baku, and people here also use highlights as well. Now let's see, I think Holland is on the lap as well, Rosberg is on the lap as well, Verstappen is going on the lap as well. He's fourth at the moment, which is a very good lap for him. Let's see how Holland is doing in the Force India. Nope, he's on his in lap at the moment. Let's see how Rosberg is doing. Now he's gone a bit faster in that sector there, so looking very, very impressive. He's about 9/10 of a second separating that, so that is good. But I think the person on his in lap or out lap didn't really help Rosberg in the slightest as well. I'd like to thank him, by the way, because he created a lovely standings there. Now yeah, it's just me at the moment in the commentary box. I don't know where James is at the moment. That's why it's just me. And as soon as he arrives, as soon as he messaged me on Xbox, I will invite him in. Hopefully, anyway. And that's why it's just me at the moment. I wouldn't be speaking quite a lot if I was dual commenting. Don't you worry, Joe. Don't you worry. But Joe is waiting. Oh no, Rosberg is slowing down. Okay, no, he's not doing a lap then. Who else is going to be doing a lap. Probably by the looks of things, I think Sam's in the pits. Everyone is literally going in the pits right now for their lap. Now, I'm just going to see. I think LGS, no, he's on the pits as well. And J Ballard, we haven't seen him as well. He's in quite a good position as well. So, very good indeed. So, anyway, let's see how Jork's doing. He's improved by about 1/10 per second now up into P4 there with a 1:49.7. So I think, can we see people go into the 1:48? I don't know. I think we can. I think we can. So KJ Gamer can't afford to get a bit too comfy just yet. He can't afford to get a little bit complacent, I've got to say. So don't count your chickens before they hatch, really. And it's nice to see a lot more people get some respective laps in. And we can tell by the lap times that people are setting as well who has practiced and who hasn't. And I can tell quite a lot of people have practiced in the wet and they were hoping not to be wet. Now, I haven't been told by the drivers, actually. I haven't been told what the weather is going to be like for the race. And it looks like it's going to be a dry race by the looks of things. But we have a lot of people going to the super softs. So it looks like the conditions are starting to die down a little bit. So these guys have got to get on these tyres ASAP. Because if they don't go on these dry tyres as it's starting to go, then we could see them drop their way down the field. So you never know about these things. But let's follow Ollie, actually, because he's the only one I think that's chosen to go on these set of super softs, which is interesting to see how he and yes, and DRS is enabled then. So it is very intrigued to find out what happened. It's absolutely insane at the moment. I think KJ Gamer is giving Ollie a little toe there, just like they did in the last couple of races. It's nice that they are helping each other out as much as possible as well, which is very good to see at the moment. So very impressed that even though it's a Constructors' Championship, some people don't take it seriously. I can tell these guys are taking it seriously. Or there's a yellow flag in sector 1. So Franco K has just asked the question, are they streaming Xbox One F1? There will be in about half an hour's time, so make sure you check in half an hour's time to find out what's going on here. So let's see who else is on the lap. I'm a bit worried that Ollie's not going to make it in time. I don't think KJ Gamer is either, but we will see. We will see. But Maloney is on a lap at the moment on the 7 intermediates. Now, the track conditions are improving, so I could see people go onto the 147s. You never know. Let me know your thoughts. I think the person in the chat who predicts the lap time that is going to be for pole position can get a massive shout out in the stream. So just let us know who you think is going to get pole and what lap time, and I'll give you a cheeky shout out. I'll give you a cheeky shout out. No rain whatsoever. So we could see, yeah, I think KJ Games is going to make it, and could Ollie as well, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. So people on the intermediates probably have made a mistake to stay out on the intermediates, I think. But we could see times improving. Now time is over. I'm just going to see, has KJ Gamer made it on the line in time? No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's retired. Has Ollie made it in time? Has his teammate made it in time? No, I don't think so. Oh, yep, he has. He has made it in. He's made it just in time, in fact. So let's follow him on a lap, actually, going around this Baku circuit then to see if his super soft tyre strategy works at the moment. Now, Cheesy Train is predicting Ollie to get pole position with a 146. That is his prediction anyway. I think the only other person on those super softs is Peltzy, but I don't think he has improved. I don't think LGS has improved either. So can Ollie get out of the norm and get pole? We will have to wait and see. Can he beat his teammate? Can there be a Red Bull 1-2? That'll be an interesting season. The last time we had a Red Bull 1-2 was, I think, in actually recently. And Morso has got a 148.6, so that is pretty good. So he's knocked KJ Game off the timing sheet. So no Red Bull 1-2, unfortunately. I think I probably jinxed them at this rate. But always, I think Ollie has clipped the corner a little bit there. I think his lap time might be invalidated. We will have to wait and see. But I think he's continuing, as Hayden is no longer taking part in the session. His fastest lap time is a 150.0. But Ollie's looking very good at the moment on these set of super soft tyres. Peltzy is set of 144 on those super soft tyres. So the super soft tyres is definitely the tyres to be on at the moment. Well, that didn't help in the slightest, being in the way. And Ollie has got pole position at the last second with a 1:43.1. What a lap time in these conditions. Absolutely amazing, and I think you'll be pretty impressed with that. His first pole of the season, his last pole, I think, was last season, back in season 15. So you should be really happy with that. The gap just goes to show, it just shows the guts, really, of when they're going to get these tyres in. Ollie's definitely made the right call to go on these super softs, and so did Peltzy, and so did Morso, and so did Cage Gamer as well. Peltzy especially definitely made the right call as well. Pele, I'm going to nickname him Pele. And big massive shout out to Cheesy Train, who predicted Ollie to get pole. But he didn't get the pole time to the T, but at least he predicted the right person to get to pole there. So well done to him, as we're about to get the standings up ready for qualifying then. So yeah, apparently Rosberg messed up his qualifying lap, which was a bit of a shame at the moment. In a second we'll get the standings up, but here we go. Let's see if I can do the standings as fast as I can. Josh usually does it, but I'm going to do it in his place. Ollie Smithson on pole, with Pele in second, Morso in third, KJ Gamer in fourth, just to see the gap there. Jork in fifth, Holland in sixth, Rosberg in seventh, John in eighth, Maloney in ninth, Verstappen in 10th, Frangwish in 11th, Hayden in 12th, Sam in 13th, Beefer in 14th, LGS in 15th, Jaber in 16th, Welty in 17th, X-Power in 18th, and that's the standings done for you. That was very good timing as well, but we missed out on the China Grand Prix last time about, and let me look at the standings from last time about, basically based on China. There was no stream due to me having a performance, and Colehead got pole position with a dry to wet to dry qualifying, just similar to that. However, he wasn't able to convert the pole to the win. Now, the championship leader, Vias Holland, managed to get third place in the race, with Ollie Smith in fourth place, but his best result. But Maloney actually took the win 6/10 clear of his teammate Jork 94, so Maloney is in second place by 1 point, Jork in third. CLR Rosberg is in fourth place in the standings, with Beefer in fifth, John in sixth, Frangwish in seventh, Ollie in eighth, and Dralix, who can't race tonight, in ninth. So that is your standings at the moment for this race then. Is Holland going to do well to go up the standings? Can Ollie get a win? Can he convert a pole to a win? Not many people are able to do that, but can Ollie do that? I'm starting to feel a little bit confident with Ollie, but you never know. You never know on this situation. But yeah, it's nice to see a few people from F1 in the chat as well. Nice to see F1 people supporting F2. Good luck on your race tonight, guys, by the way. But anyway, let's go on to the formation lap. Yep, there we go, just in time. Here we go. So we got the formation lap underway, and it gives me a time to go on these tyres, and it looks like it's set to be a dry race, which is a big relief there, which means Ollie and Pele, and KJ Gamer, the ones who did their qualifying lap on a set of Super Softs, will be doing that. But nobody qualified on the Ultra Softs, and Super Softs is definitely the ideal tyre in these dry conditions to hit on, really. Because if you qualify on the set of Ultra Softs, then it's going to make life really tricky, because the Ultra Softs do wear out quite a lot on this track, as we've seen in the Oceania race last time about. Now, I've also got a list of how long each tyres last. Now, if you were to do a one-stop stint on these Ultras, then you would end up having to pit again for 2 stops, for 12 laps. And if you want to stay and do a soft to super soft stint, for example, 16 to 17 laps, the super soft can last, and soft roughly about 20 laps as well. So strongly suggesting, I think the strategy I recommend, I think, for the drivers is possibly a super soft to soft strategy, because you're able to go to super soft tyres for about 11 or 12 laps, and then go on the softs for about 20 laps, and that'll be ideal. But I think I've seen in one league, there's someone who managed to push on a different platform those tyres for 19 laps, but unfortunately they got a puncture. So we're hoping these guys don't get a puncture for managing those tyres as much as possible, but we will have to wait and see as the race is about to begin then. As we've just seen a live from Pele, I don't know what's happened there, but Pelzeri. Okay, thank you, Clotry, thank you. I will know by the end of the stream how to pronounce these names right. I gotta say, I will pronounce these names right at some point, but you'll never know. So I've just got to do this, chicken thing. But I'm predicting Morso to do very well because Morso's qualifying pace wasn't looking that promising in the pit, but we've seen in Australia that he got from like 60 to P2. But is he going to be able to make his way through the field? I'm predicting him to do well, as also the likes of Jork as well. Jork could get another win under his belt, and maybe his teammate will probably help him. Or Cage Gamer. Cage Gamer was looking promising in qualifying. Can he convert to a win as well? We will have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Who you think is going to get the win? We shall see. Everyone is about to line up for the grid then. For the start of this race, the last few people are Welty and X-Power about to go on their place on the starting line. Cage Gamer and X-Power are the only ones starting on the set of super soft tyres. Soft tyres, I mean. So we're about to get underway then. For the start of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the Xbox One F2 drivers are underway right now. Then let's see if Ollie can get a good start. Yeah, it looks like Palsy is under pressure as well as the Force India as well. And I think we've had some carnage a little bit there, a bit of contact from the Force India, but they all made it through turn one cleanly, which is very good to see. I'm actually very relieved to see this happen already. But is everything happening midway through the field? Looks like they're all going away well as well. Hayden trying to see if he can make a move on Beefer there, and he managed to do that quite well as well. So already turn one, and it seems to be all right for these drivers, which is very good to see. They've done a very good practice as well. Let's see what's going on away on the back of the field there. Frangwish going to try and see if he can make a move as much as possible as well. More so already on the back of Ollie there, so he's already gaining some positions at the moment. But we've got Frangwish seeing if he can try and make a move on Hayden as well. We've got a train on the back there as well. It's going to be absolutely insane start already. The interesting, tricky part here is, can people make it through the castle section without they manage it to make it through fine. They're a little bit too cautious, I think, which is very, very good to see. No incidents at the moment, no yellow flags at the moment, but you probably know me, I will probably jinx it, like most leagues, and yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen. But we have got, I think we've got Jabler trying to make a move as well on the back. But let's draw our attention then a little bit to the front of the field as well, with Ollie Smithson right at the front already. Alright, managing to stay in the lead at the moment, but more so is going to see if he can try and make a move on Ollie Smithson there. No DRS enabled in this lap, don't forget, but Ollie Jones trying to do some defending quite nicely there in the Red Bull there. They are side by side at the moment. More so couldn't make the move done on that occasion. Ollie went a little bit wide there, almost a little bit of contact again, just like they did in turn one earlier on, but more so managing to capitalise on Ollie's mistakes and is in the lead, as Hayden unfortunately had a bit of a glitch there and has retired from the session there. He said he wasn't going to do very well, and he didn't, so I'm just going to see what happened. Unfortunately, I couldn't see what happened with Hayden, unfortunately, but I think Ollie is still going to challenge for more so. They're side by side, they're almost touching each other. It's absolutely crazy that they're not hitting each other. Ollie's managing to get the lead again. Absolutely insane move from the pair of them. Great stuff from them, and keeping it clean as well. And Ollie's been looking very strong at his league races all weekend, not gonna lie. He's been getting some podium positions pretty much all of his leagues. So if he gets podium position this race, this will definitely work well, and this will be looking good as well. Let's see what battles are happening midway through the field, especially now. What is going on with Halsey? See if he can try and catch up. I think Rosberg is going to see if he can try and make a move on Halsey all the way through the back as well. So we've got a few people rooting for more so in the chat. We've got a few people rooting for Ollie. We've got a few other people there as well. I think we've got Holland as well on the back of the McLaren driver. Now it is his championship rival, so he really needs to make sure that he makes the move stick basically on the McLaren driver, because McLaren are leading the championship. Well, and we got a yellow flag in sector 2. What is going on? Let me just see. What is the yellow flag? I'm not entirely sure what the yellow flag is. Oh, it's LGS. He has lost his front wing in the castle section, unfortunately. So he'll probably have to pit for a new front wing, unfortunately. So that was looking very promising for him pace-wise, but unfortunately that didn't count there. But let's draw our attention back to Palsy over the back of Jordan. Now we've got a three-way battle then for that, as Holland, I think, Holland loses a bit of position there, is now down to 6. I was just trying to draw my attention to that but we've got the Force India side by side. We also got VRT Verstappen there side by side as well. So three-way battle going through this corner there. Don't know how they managed to do it. Oh, the Sauber's gone a bit right there. Chelsea has dropped down a few positions there. That probably cost him ever so slightly there. That's probably dropped KJ Gamer as well down into 7th place. Don't know what happened with him, but that's allowed John to go positions as well. But so far, the battle for the lead of LGS has retired, probably due to his front wing issue. I think that's probably what caused it at this moment in time. But the lead is looking the same at the moment, but we could see some battles looming for that. Let's draw our attention to the lead, because that's the closest battle at the moment with Ollie and Morso. Who could have predicted this? The ones who are midway in a championship fight in the midfield, and they're battling for the race lead. Absolutely incredible pace from these guys. Don't forget, Morso's on newer tyres. They don't have to start. Morso didn't have to start on an old set of Supersofts, so maybe this could work in Morso's favour. You never know. So DRS is now enabled for this lap then. Morso's going to try and see if he can make the move on Smithson. Looks like he did, and I think Ollie had to let him by, but he's not giving up. They're almost side by side. We've got Rosberg over the back as well. We've got McLaren as well fighting as well. So already the top 5 are fighting head to toe as well. This is absolutely crazy. We're already on lap 4, and it's shaping up to be a very good Grand Prix. I've commentated on a lot of Baku racing the last few weeks, and I've never seen this amount of battles go this cleanly. It is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic from these guys. Very impressed with the battles so far. Let's see how Morso and Ollie are. They're side by side there, and Rosberg and Jork are also side by side as well going into this. Oh my word, this is crazy right now. Going towards the castle section coming up as well. So let's see who's going to come out on top. Maybe Rosberg can capitalise on Morso's mistakes. He almost did, but he didn't, unfortunately. But I think we got I think let's follow the McLaren of Jork there, because I think he's the best person to follow there in that train a little bit there. So let's just follow him to see what he can do. And I think Holland is not that far behind of the McLaren either. So you know, this is probably a 6-way battle for the lead. Who've never seen that happen too often there. So this is shaping up to be a very good Grand Prix, and this is where strategy comes into its own as well. Who will blink first? Who will go on a set of softs and go to the end of the race? Because this is crucial. If you pit now, then you probably will struggle to go to the end of the race. You never know. Probably most people on a set of super softs will start to pit around about lap 6. But probably KJ Gamer and KJ Gamer will start to pit a bit earlier. We'll have to wait and see. But we've got a 5-way battle happening into turn 1 already. But I think it looks like, oh, Ollie has lost it. He has lost it in the turn 1 section. He was looking for a very promising start, but unfortunately he's dropped his way down the order. Unfortunately, we couldn't see what happened with Ollie there, and he's dropped his way down to P13. But that means Rosberg, with that 5-way battle, is in the lead of this Grand Prix. Insane. Morso in second. Morso managing to hold on to P2 at the moment. And VSR Holland in P4, with BRT Verstappen in P5. What is going to happen to Morso then? He was on the battle of Ollie, and he was hoping to see if he can go ahead of Ollie. Luckily, luckily he was a bit under less pressure than to Ollie now, so he's going to be on pressure with Rosberg to see how he does. I did say Rosberg was looking very good on race pace, and he's not disappointing at the moment then. So already I think Ollie may have to pit soon for fresh tyres, because his spin earlier on probably would have costed him a little bit on his tyres, I think. So we'll have to watch and see when he pits. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there with what is going on here. But Morso doing very well this race already, and he had a few bad lucks in the last few races, to be honest, in the first 3 races. But he's looking, he seems a little bit more confident this race. I feel like he was looking very good in qualifying and looking very strong in the race at the moment. I think it seems to be one of his favourite tracks by the looks of things. He's going to get DRS enabled on the Mercedes of Rosberg. Is he going to try and make the move into turn 1? No, he didn't. He makes it stick. Beefer unfortunately has retired. Let me just follow Maloney a second to see if I can catch the I think Maloney has had a bit of issue as well. So a yellow flag. Unfortunately, I didn't see what happened there. You might have seen it on the stream, but the drivers can let me know what happened. But more so is about 70,000 separating between him and Rosberg there. This is a very tricky corner to make a move. Jork is about 2/10 per second. Holland and Verstappen, and also John as well. Oh my word, this is absolutely insane. I know I keep saying insane at the moment, but Josh is probably regretting missing the race at the moment, because this is probably the closest F2 race I have seen in a long while. Battles after battles after battles. This just goes to show how competitive the AOR definitely is. It was quite hard for the coordinators to separate the F1 guys and the F2 guys. So this is like a F1.5 by the looks of things. It really is. But here we go. More so on the back of Rosberg at the moment. Going towards that long straight then. Almost going into 8th gear at the moment. He's going to be a bit under pressure from Jorg there as well. Jorg seems to be gaining a bit of pace. He's gained about 0.2 of a second a pace there. So we have to see what happens there with what is going on. So let's see, going through that straight there. Oh, no, he's got the red glitch. No, he hasn't. He didn't get the red glitch. I thought he didn't. Thank goodness. It was just that long straight coming up. So DRS enabled for VSR more so then. Is he going to get the move done on Rosberg? Oh, they're side by side. It's anyone's game, but Morso's got the move done again on Rosberg. Morso is in the lead, but Rosberg is not giving up. He's almost got the switchback done, but he's still right behind Morso then. But what is happening to Jorg? Right behind Rosberg then. Rosberg is now under pressure again, but this time for the McLaren teammate of Jorg, and also the Force India teammate of Holland. Do you think the Force India teammates will be helping each other in the lead? Or there's a slight bit of contact from CRL Rosberg. I nearly pronounced the teammate wrong. We also got the Sauber catching up as well. Well, VRT Verstappen. Bailey is on a roll this race. His pace is phenomenal throughout this race already. He wasn't looking too good in qualifying, but his race pace, absolutely brilliant. Not involved in much carnage. But again, I don't want to jinx anything, so not pushing it. But anyway, Jaber's just got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, unfortunately. But hopefully, these guys seem to be doing very well. Rosberg, he's got to make sure he gets the pace done sooner. There will be are approaching the pit window now, so we will start to see people go into the pits. We will watch out when Morso pits as well, and Rosberg as well, to see when they blink as well. But Jorg is closing up to Rosberg. But Jorg is not going to be watching on Rosberg. He's going to be watching on the mirrors on the back of Holland as well. Jorg will be in the lead of this championship if he can stay in front of Holland this race. We'll have to wait and see what happens. They're going towards the start for this straight on 8th gear then. His ERS, he's managing to balance his VRS Holland. I think Holland almost making a replica move that Morso made a lap ago, but he got it easily done there, and it's up into P3. Now his next stage is to try and close up to Rosberg. And yes, he did. Rosberg made a mistake there. So that means we've got a Force India 1 and 2 at the moment. Looking very good from these guys at the moment for the constructors. They're going to try and see if they can close up to the McLaren guys. You never know what could happen here, and it's just amazing. What are you guys thinking of this race so far? And I think John has retired there in the Renault. What happened here? I'm following Welty just to see what happened. Oh, we got a safety car. He has lost it there. So unfortunately, yeah, we got a safety car. So this is our first safety. Well, the first time we had a safety car, I think, in Bahrain, or was it for another league? I can't remember. I know we had a virtual safety car in Bahrain, but this is our first safety car of the league. This is intense. We've seen battles left, right, and centre already throughout this Grand Prix, and we've seen the safety car. Oh my word, this is getting absolutely intense now. Now, throughout the battles that I was commentating at the moment, we've also seen that Ollie has just gone into the pits, and I think a few people will probably choose the best moment to pit. I won't be surprised if these guys will pit. I think more so in Holland are absolutely probably relieved to get the safety car, so they can afford to pit now, not lose much positions in the lap, and they can still come out in the lead. And I think I won't be surprised if Rosberg does either, because you could go on. You could go on a set of softs for 20 laps and still manage to go all right. But it does depend on their tyre management, because the tyre degradation plays an important part as well. But that will allow the likes of Ollie to also catch up as well, and also people to go further away down the field. And yes, more so is going into the pits. Holland is going into the pits. Literally everybody, the top 6 is pitting. Yeah, also Palais is going into the pits as well. Welty or Power is choosing to stay out, probably because he's on the south soft. Maybe he's not going to go for the move. Looks like, let's see who is going to make the jump. More so got the move. I think Rosberg's pit crew jumped Holland's pit crew, I think, by the looks of things, and that is looking good for that. But more so managing the net lead at the moment. But we haven't seen the safety car just yet, so we have to wait and see. Jork in 4th. Not sure what happened to Holland there to lose a bit of time, but we can get a few thoughts towards the end of this Grand Prix coming up. So we already got 20 laps to go then. Well, obviously less than 20 laps to go, and we have seen chaos already then. So your race leader then, your net race leader, is more so in the Force India with Rosberg in a net P2. Wow. Absolutely crazy right now. You guys will probably want to watch the rest of this Grand Prix and see how it unfolds, because my word, is going to be intense. I won't be surprised if Power is going to pit right now. I'm not entirely sure. But the people who haven't pitted yet, it will probably be a saving grace, because they can push those super soft tyres for a little bit longer, and then they can go on those soft tyres a little bit later. But again, we will have to wait and see with regards to how that happens and how that works. But yes, I know the people that just pitted can definitely, I think, go on to the end of this Grand Prix, I think. And interestingly, KJ Gamer's gone on for a set of super softs. So I think KJ Gamer is going on for, I think, a 2-stop strategy. If I'm mistaken, I'm not entirely sure. Probably the fact, due to the safety car, he can warm up his tyres a little bit and possibly push the super softs till the end, because like I said, the super softs can go for about 14 or 15 laps, possibly a bit more during this safety car. So that's probably why KJ Gamer has chosen to go on a set of super softs and see if he can push them. Is it a risk worth taking? I'm not entirely sure, but we will know. But as those guys are starting to get those tyres into dear life at the moment, it's going to be insane. Who do you think is going to win? I can't really call it at the moment then. Power's choosing to stay out again. But these tyres, these soft tyres, could definitely go out for a bit longer. But that means the ones that were on high ERS can also manage to charge their ERS as much as possible as well. Because, yeah, they can manage those tyres a little bit more. Now, I really hope that a Lewis Hamilton-Vettel safety car incident doesn't occur in this, because this is what it looks like it could be if these drivers are not careful, especially around Baku. So we've already seen everything. We've seen Wayne in qualifying, we've seen battles after battles with everyone in the field, and we've seen a safety car. What more could you want in a race? It's, crazy. But don't forget, you can get involved on the Twitter using hashtag AORHype as well. Get involved with what is going on as well. And as well as the Elgato sponsors, we are also powered by Thrustmasters and GT Amiga Racing. Make sure you do check those out for more information, and you can try and find out what is going on here as well. And don't forget to check the Twitter page for more information as well. The mid-season sign-ups are still open as well, so if you are interested in signing up, and if you want to be racing and possibly have one of the commentators commentate on your on-track antics, please sign up. You may be a reserve driver to begin with, you never know, but there may be a few dropouts in some of the leagues, and they may need to call one of the reserve drivers in, and it could be you. We'll have to wait and see. But the gap is now, because of the safety car, that's allowed the gaps to slowly decrease, which is very, very good. We could see a restart part 2 developing here. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, when the safety car is going to come in. When do you think the safety car is going to come in? I don't know. We've got Camilla996 in the chat. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing brilliant. Yeah, the safety car is in this lap. I think I called it at the right time there. So, it's time for X Power then to blink. And when he blinks and when he makes the strategy right, that is when he's going to make the call and make the strategic thing work, or will he decide to pit and let Morso do the Ferrari? We'll have to wait and see. Now, interestingly, Power's still weaving a little bit there because it's still yellow flags. They're all tight around each other. This is going to be crazy right now. Oh my word, there's carnage already with, I think it was Jorg collision with Rosberg there. Rosberg losing a bit of his front wing and Jorg having to go to the pit due to that collision. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I can't really call what happened because I didn't really see it properly there as someone nearly went into turn 1, but Power managing to make the lead stick, but Rosberg and also all over the back there. Rosberg managed to do well in P2 at the moment, managing to get the move done. KJ Gamer in 4th position in the Red Bull as well. See if he can make through past more so in the Force India there, going towards turns 5 and 6. Can he make the move done? Looks like he didn't have much trouble at all getting that move done, but he's not giving up. Oh, Jorg was pitted on wet. That is interesting. Is that a mistake, do you think? On my screen it's saying Jorg was pitted for wet. That is interesting. I don't know what's gone on here. Is he going to do like a last to first or something? I don't know. No, Jorg has retired. He realised he was on the wrong tyre and it's probably a tyre glitch or something. What a shame. What a shame. But I think we're starting to see the order tumble at the moment. Morso's now dropped it down to 2nd and we might have a desync. Oh no, we could have a desync, guys. But Rosberg is in the lead at the moment. He's the one who's made the safety car restart work to its potential then. And does it well. KJ Gamer has made the move done on X Power, but I think he had no trouble at all because Power is on older and on a harder tyre than KJ Gamer. So KJ Gamer doing well in P2. Can he get his tyres through to the end of the race? One who's also having a very good race is VRT Verstappen. Bailey on the set of soft tyres. He's in P4 right now. He could challenge KJ Gamer in the Red Bull. It'll be interesting to see. I really hope we can see a battle between those two. But I think the last time we've seen a battle with Red Bull and Verstappen, it didn't go very well in Bahrain. So we're praying that it goes better here in Baku. But you never know what could happen here. I can't call things and we'll just have to wait and see what goes on. So Morso, unfortunately, goes into the pits there for a change of strategy there. He wasn't expecting that to happen. Maybe a steward's inquiry will be going on after the race, you never know. But it was a shame for things to happen like that. But Jorg, unlucky retirement due to the fact he was on wet tyres. I was intrigued to find out why he was on the set of those tyres, but you never know. But anyway, here we go as we are on lap 12. And Verstappen has made a move on X Power. He's up into P3 right now. He's going to catch up to KJ Gamer in no time. And the next person on Power's agenda to try and avoid is Holland. And I think Power will be thinking in his head right now, right, I've got a pit. He has got a pit because he must be struggling on these tyres right now. But he seems to be managing all right. But he seems to be lowering down on the pace a little bit. So that is probably why he's slowing down ever so slightly. So, yeah, that is probably why. That is probably why. But hey ho. But anyway, Holland is going to see if he can try to make the move down. Also, Halsey is right behind him. Ollie's made a lot of positions due to that carnage. Up into P7 there. So, possibly a podium is still on the cards for Ollie. You never know. KJ Gamer setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:41.3. Maybe we could see him in the 1:39s. We shall have to wait and see, but I'm very excited to see how the rest of this Grand Prix turns out for these drivers. They have got to work these strategies to the T. Let me just see who has gained the most positions actually regarding this. We have got, I think X Power has gained the most, I think, with 14 already, but he's probably going to go to the pits pretty soon. But out of the ones who have pitted, the one that's gained the most is Welty in P8, which is insane. But Holland has gained one. KJ Gamer is in the lead. We must have missed the battle. We must have missed the battle, and his yellow flag is set to 1. Hopefully there's not much carnage happening. There is a J-Blur slowing down a little bit there. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. There might be an issue with the castle section, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But right now, KJ Gamer, unfortunately we didn't catch that been somehow made his way past Rosberg. I did call it. I did call KJ Gamer. Went for an intriguing strategy. And I think the one that happened with, I think the yellow flag in sector 1 was Jabler, unfortunately. So unfortunately he had to retire from the session, unfortunately. But right now, KJ Gamer is already starting to pull away from Rosberg and Verstappen, seeing if he can try and catch up to Rosberg in there as well. But Halsey is going to catch up to Power. I think he's going to make easy moves on that due to the fact of his tyres. But they're still running side by side at the moment. Interesting camera choice that the game has decided to do, but I will go with that. But anyway, Halle, or Palsy, whatever you want to say his name, has moved up into P5 because X-Power, the last person to pit, I believe. Yes, the last person to pit. Everybody else has pitted right now, but we could see a 2-stop strategy starting to develop as well. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on at the moment. More so, setting the fast lap now, being KJ Gamer's time, so definitely taking the glory there. We'll have to wait and see. Will some people go on the Ultra Softs and start the fast lap? We shall have to wait and see, but you never know. But right now, Welty is all over the back of Ollie Smithson now. Ollie Smithson is on a recovery drive at the moment. He is doing very well to try and gain some positions after that carnage earlier on in the race. He's doing ever so well to try and gain some more positions, which he's doing well. He's trying to close up into Palsy at the moment, which he's not that far behind. But going through the castle section then, they managed to do it with no trouble at all, these guys, at this moment in time. Welty used to be a reserve driver, and just to let you know, he recently became a full-time driver as of this race. So a big welcome to the full-time club, the League of Xbox One F2. It is very glad for him to come along as well. So very intrigued to see what happens here, what goes on at the moment here. Now the Xbox One F1 League is about to start, so if you want to check that out as well, make sure you have that as well aligned with the Xbox One F2 stream, so you can find out what's going on in both leagues in qualifying. I think it's just about to start, so make sure you do check that out as well. But let's concentrate with what's happening with Xbox One F2 then. Welty is going to get the DRS, but I think he's a bit too further back at the moment, I think, to make the move, unfortunately. So I don't think he's going to make the move stick, but he is about, I think, 7/10 separating between him at the moment. I think we got Franglish as well in the other Toro Rosso, all over the back of Sam in the Ferrari. Sam is another one who's also recovered quite nicely as well. So the ones who started at the back of the field, who are still running, are still managing to do ever so well as we approach the halfway stages of this Grand Prix, with literally nearly almost 10 laps to go. I can't call it. I don't think you guys can call it as well, and very interesting here as well. So it is Pele. Okay, Pele. I think that's right. Oh, we got a yellow flag in sector 2. What is going on? Oh my word. Oh, it's KJ Gamer. He has lost it going into the castle section where a lot of people have taken it at the moment, and he almost hit his teammate Ollie, but he didn't. He's lost his front wing, so he's another casualty of the castle section. A lot of people. Oh, he's retired. He's out. He has binned it, and it's going to be probably another safety car, I think, or another virtual safety car. No, it's not. No, it's not. But that is KJ Gamer's race over. Unfortunately, he was looking ever so strong on pace for the lead, but unfortunately, he was out. What a shame there from KJ Gamer. That leaves Rosberg then with a comfortable advantage over Bailey. Bailey could get a win if he tries to get the gap right, but already I'm predicting Rosberg is going to win this race, I think, at the moment. He's definitely been a person that has avoided the carnage in Baku, and he seems to be managing well. But he has been practicing lobbies where there has been a lot of battles, so he has been practicing to try and avoid the carnage as much as possible. So that's why he was trying to avoid it, and he managed to avoid it quite well, which is very good to see. So very impressed with how he's dealing with it. So very, very good to see. But right now, Holland is going to see if he can try and make it on the back of Verstappen. So let's see if he can gain an advantage here. Let's just look at the tyres. How are they managing on the tyres? Now, everyone in the top 4 is on the same amount of tyres at the moment. So this could be an even playing field for these guys at the moment. So what is going to happen here as they pass the castle section then? Verstappen not being involved in too much chaos at the moment, which is very, very good to see. And don't forget, I think he's only 11 or 12 years old. So he's quite a young driver. So if he's like this now, imagine what he's going to be like when he's 14, 15 years old. Or maybe when he's 17, when he probably qualify for F1 esports in the future. And yeah, oh my word, that could be very, I can see a very good future for Verstappen. I've seen him done very well in other leagues as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes and how this is going to work here at the moment. But Holland is all over on the back of Verstappen then. He's about 3/10 of a second. Again, he's chosen not to use DRS, which I'm not entirely sure why, but I think he was managing to balance the ERS. I think that is what is happening at the moment then. But right now, we've got Sam Welty and Frangwish battling into turn 1 there, managing to keep it clean. But we also see Ollie Smithson on the back as well. Let's see what he's going to do. Ollie now, due to KJ Gamer retiring, is now up into P5. He's got to carry his teammate now to score some points for the constructors. Can you do it? We will have to wait and see what happens here and find out. But Welty doing ever so well to try and catch up to Ollie Smithson. We will have to wait and see what goes on here, approaching this section at the moment, as this is one of the longest straights here, as Welty choosing to not use much ERS at the moment, which is a very brave move. My advice here in Baku, not to use much ERS. Verstappen's retired. Oh, I've seen where he's retired. It's another casualty of the castle section. It's very important that you don't get caught up in the castle section, which unfortunately he did, and he's out. Oh, I think another jinxer. I jinxed KJ Gamer. I jinxed Verstappen. Oh my word. Oh my god. I gotta be careful not to jinx things at the moment, but I am known for that. So Verstappen, KJ Gamer, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but that means if everybody finishes this race, who is racing right now, they'll be getting the points, and there'll be some people's first points in the league, which will be insane. But oh my word, wasn't expecting that to happen. With such a shame on Bailey. It was a mistake on his own accord. Not many people caused that, unfortunately, but hey ho. But Welty's going to see if he can try and make a pass Smithson. But Ollie is looking to score. It's one of his best finishes. He got P4 last time about in China. So maybe he can get a better finish. Maybe he can aim a podium. I did say a podium was on the cards for Ollie Smithson, but no, I'm not going to jinx it anymore, because I don't want to not make friends after this, after jinxing people. So hey ho about that. So we've seen the order trip on his head at the moment in Baku, but that is what I like about Xbox One F2. The battles have a shape to be absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic here about what is going on. We are intrigued to see how it's going to go for the rest of the race, and we're going to see what happens here, what is going on with this, as Welty's all over the back of Ollie Smithson now again, just to see what happens. And we've also got battles happening with Welty's teammate as well, Frangwich all the way behind as well, but I think he's a little bit too further back to make the move done and make the move stick, I think, at this stage. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens at the moment. But right now, I am calling probably the order to stay as it is now, because I don't think Holland is going to catch up to Rosberg, I don't think, to make the move. Rosberg, hopefully, doesn't make mistakes, and I think Hayden feels quite bad for Verstappen. I feel bad for Verstappen because he was looking very strong on pace all weekend long. He was looking very strong in qualifying, looking very strong in the race, and just to see him being it in the castle section, my heart just went, and I felt quite bad for him. So I'm going to give some advice to Verstappen there, because for Bailey there, because he probably felt quite bad for betting it. Do not give up, mate. You were looking very strong in Baku, and I strongly predict, Verstappen, you're going to be very good at Spain. Just keep at it, keep up with the practicing, and you're going to do very well indeed. The amount of pace you have around here, around even at F2 at this stage is good. And you can possibly see you in F1 in the future. So, mate, do not give up. Do not give up. That is my strong advice for Bailey if you're watching, because it's just bad to see people like that that just was doing so well and do that, and what is happening. And hopefully Bailey appreciates my advice, if you're still watching, by the way. If not, I will clip it, because yeah. So far we've seen about 7 retirements. We lost Hayden in the first lap, LGS as well, B3rd, John, Jork, J-Bear, KG Gamer and Verstappen. We've lost about 7 or 8 drivers already on this Grand Prix, and Ollie has definitely taken advantage in P4 at the moment. But we've got Frank, which is going to see if he can try and close in onto Welty now. These three are side by side now. It is a battle for P4 pretty much. But I do feel Welty is still a bit further back from Ollie, as I said, to make the move and to make the challenge. So I don't think he's going to get it done, I don't think. So we'll have to find out. Let's see what happens here. Welty is doing his best to defend going into turn 1. Looks like Fangwish didn't make the move done. He decided not to. He tried to make sure to balance his ERS. Maybe he can possibly try and make another move towards turn 2 and turn 3. Almost hit the wall there, but luckily he didn't. Thank goodness for that. Fangwish doing very well. I think he was still in the top 10. But hey ho. Yes, a lot of John. Apparently, how John retired was in the same place as KG Gamer and Verstappen. So, yeah, like I said earlier on in the race, this is quite a common place to get caught out. I hope none of these drivers that are still remaining don't get caught out in these conditions. I really do hope that they don't. I'm just praying that they don't. But you never know how these are going to work. So, let's see how Frankwish is doing going into that straight there. Now, this castle section is tricky, especially for three-way battles. So that's why they got to keep it under control going towards this. They managed to keep it under control very nicely. They're keeping it very low on the ERS at the moment, which is very good to see. Don't have the ERS too high on the castle section, which I think is probably why some of these guys are managing to spin it in the wall in the castle section. They had the ERS too high, and that's what caused it to have some issues. So that's probably why. That's what I think. And but hey ho. So feel very good. And what happened to Verstappen? He just skimmed the wall. He is very not happy, and yeah, that's what happened at the moment. But not much battle happening for the lead of this race, but a lot of midfield battles still to take hold at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Fangwish could make the move on Welty. He's just a bit too further back. He's just trying to conserve on his tyres and his ERS at the moment. I think that's why he's sticking to it at this stage. I think that's probably why he's staying where he is by the looks of things. So yeah, I think that's where he is. I think that's why he's sticking to what he is at the moment. So we're praying, keeping our fingers crossed with what is happening at the moment. So let's see what happens in the last 5 laps of this Grand Prix then. Who's going to come out on top? Now, they've been trialling on the top tiers driver of the day. Unfortunately, we don't have this system, but we will probably have it next week in the F2 stream. But we're going to have some votes in the chat here. What I'm going to be doing is let me know in the chat who you think is going to get, who you think has stood out performance today. Maybe the ones that retired have shown good pace as well. Who do you think all the ones who are still in? Let us know who you think is driver of the day. I've already have a few contenders for driver of the day already, and it is already halfway. So looking good, I think, promising, I should say, for these guys to get driver of the day. And yeah, so I'm impressed with some of these guys. But Ollie's definitely probably one of the contenders for driver of the day so far, because he has already get the position, and he's probably going to try and defend from they're three-way side by side at the moment. Please don't tell me I jinxed it. I think I might have jinxed it. I'm not entirely sure, but Ollie tries to defend off the two Toro Rossos. I think the Toro Rossos are probably working together, I think, as much as possible, which is very, very good to see. And it's nice to see teammates working together. Unfortunately, Ollie doesn't have that luxury, unfortunately, compared to the rest of these drivers. So a bit of a shame, but hey ho. But let's see how this is going to play out between these guys. I think this is a battle that's going to go towards the end of this race, in my opinion. This is the battle towards the end. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, Morso is a bit under pressure now. Morso is on the back. I think it's going to try and defend off Sam as well. Let's see what happens with Morso and Sam as they go through the castle section with what is happening, what is going on. Sam's losing a bit of time, so that's probably costed him a little bit. But again, we shall find out with how this goes throughout the rest of this race as well. But the two Toro Rossos are still fighting. Franglish, I think, got the move on Welty there and defended quite well. But that means Franglish is going to fight Ollie, two drivers from season 15 who raced in Xbox One F2, so they know what they're playing at the moment. They know when to fight and when to not. So my words of English are not making much sense at the moment, so I do apologise. But looks like Ollie had to make the move stick, and Franglish happened to P3. So Ollie definitely making the right decision. He knew he didn't have space to make the overtake, and Franglish happened to P4. So it just goes to show that Franglish and Ollie know each other very well. They know when to move and when to not. So maybe Ollie can challenge him towards the end of this race. Again, we shall have to wait and see. So, okay. So, I think we just turned off my stream by accident. So, I will have to create a new stream, guys. I have to make a new stream, but whilst I'm still recording this, so I'm still recording this. But let me see what is happening. Let me just quickly make a stream. Quickly, hold on a second. As Ollie is losing a bit of position, so I'm just going to create a new live event ever so slightly. I do apologise for the delay. Ever so slightly, I'm just going to do this ever so quickly, just so there we go. Sorry about this, everybody, but right now, what is going on here? We're intrigued to see what is going on with Ollie then in P3. What is going to go on here? So whilst I get the key sorted out pretty soon, as Ollie, I think, has got the move done on Franglish there, so he's got it done and is all the way up into P4 now, so he's back in contention for this race win. But we got a battle for the race win already then, so we're going to fought between Holland and Rosberg, so interesting to see what happens there. So let me just get the stream key, new stream key out a second. Let me just get it up just quickly, just so I can get it started. There we go. So hopefully we can get this working, so we can start the stream again. So apologies about the delay that's happening at the moment, but technical difficulties, and that is what's happening. So I will have to speak again at some point and see what happens. So again, I do apologise with the technical difficulties. The fact is, someone did start the stream, someone ended the wrong stream, so that's probably what happened. But let's see what happens here for the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix then. Let's just see. No, I need to sync this. I'm trying to multitask here. It's crazy, I know. Right, let me just see. There we go. So hopefully you guys can hear me with what's going on. Apologies again for the technical difficulties, but I really want to get this lead battle broadcast to you guys, because this is very, very crucial at the moment. So we just want to get this battle underway as much as possible, and we want to broadcast it. So hopefully you guys can hear us. The new stream leak, stream link is up. So here we go. We are underway. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me. I'm praying. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me. I'm just going to send a new link to everybody as well. Multitasking is not the best of moves, but you never know. At least we're still able to get a stream up. But anyway, here we go then, as Holland is side by side. We've got Morso joining in the battle as well for P7 at this stage. Them two going through the castle section happening at the moment. Let's see what they could do coming up. Going through this car, going through the long straight at the moment. Let's see what is going to happen here between these two guys. This could be a battle for the finish. I really hope you guys are watching this, because this is absolutely insane to watch. I like this battle for the lead here at the moment, and this is shaping up to be very, very cool at the moment. So I think they are managing their ERS2 potential as well, as Holland's on the back of him. They are starting to push their tyres to the limit, and I think can Holland make the move down on the final lap? Yes, he does. What a move. He has got the job done, and he's in the lead. But it is not over yet for this leading battle, as Rosberg is going to try and make the move stick again, and they're side by side once more already for these final few stages. I think it's going to be probably separated by thousandths of a second. I really don't know. I think it's going to be separated by a few thousandths. Not entirely sure. But anyway, let's see how this plays out for these final penultimate few corners. We're going to see how Ollie and Franglish and Multi Battle are doing as well, and more so is going to try and catch up as well. But this is the battle that we're seeing at the moment. Oh, Holland almost made for an aggressive move going into that corner. That would have been insane, I've got to say. That would have been intense, I've got to say. But going through the coal section, managed to get through cleanly. Holland has got a few more chances. He's probably having another chance to go through one of the long straights, but we shall have to wait and see how this goes then between these two. So let's go with what is going on here. Rosberg, I think, is pulling away like mad right now. He's on superb pace compared to Holland. I think it could be Rosberg's win, you know. We shall see. But Holland is running out of fuel at the moment. Let's see what the ERS is like. Rosberg on low ERS, but Holland is on better ERS. I think Holland managing the ERS to potential. Is he? Oh, it's going to be ever so close. DRS enabled. It's going to be ever so close towards the line. They're side by side. It's going to be a photo finish. A photo finish. And Holland takes the win. Only just a whisker. A whisker. Be interested to see how that battle turns out, I've got to say. But let's follow the battle then. Oh, no, we can't follow the battle. I think they're almost side by side there. But wow, what an end to that Grand Prix. Thank goodness I got the stream sorted in time. The new stream, I got it sorted in time. It is ready. Yeah, I'm glad I did. Oh, my word. Oh, my heart was racing after that. That was just incredible. Very impressed from Holland and David. To be honest, I wouldn't mind who would win that, because they were showing incredible. And I think, unfortunately, what happened was David had a penalty anyway, so Holland would have got the win anyway. But you never know, the penalty would have got disregarded, but you never know. But anyway, let's see what is going on here. Wow. This is, to be honest, out of all the league races I've commentated around Baku, this has been my absolute favourite, because I gotta say, it's been my favourite. Oh my word, I'm definitely going to clip this after this, not gonna lie. My word. But anyway, Holland taking the win there, but unfortunately just a 5-second penalty that demoted him to P2, with penalty in P3, Ollie in P4, Franglish in P5, Welty in P6, more so in P7. Ollie doing very well to recover from where he did to P4, so to be honest, very good. Sam in P9, Maloney in P10, Verstappen in P11, Cage Gamer in P12, Jaber in P13, Jork in P, and we got a lot of finishers Non-finishers for Verstappen, KJ Gamer, Jaber, Jorg, John, Beefer, LGS, and Hayden. Non-finishers, unfortunately. But wow, insane. Peltzy getting his first podium of the season. He'll be probably doing that. But anyway, here we go then. Let's get some interviews. Oh my word. I am so hyped, really, to be honest. It's insane. Really insane. Thank God I recorded this as well to go on my channel. But, right, let's see if I can get podium interviews on the way. Let me just get the party sorted as well. Let's get the party sorted. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Oh my word. It's just a remarkable Grand Prix. It's been absolutely... nope, it's the wrong password. I don't think I have... let me just try and add people. Hold on a second. But whilst I do that, who do you think's your driver of the day? It is gotta be... Let me just get the top... I'm feeling quite generous, to be honest. I'm gonna get the top 4 interview because we've had such a very good race. And yeah, I think we deserve a top 4 interview. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling generous. So let me just see. Let me get... Oh, people keep leaving the lobby. No, don't leave so I can add you guys. Okay. Oh, there we go. I've added Holland. There we go. So let me just add him. And I've also got, I think I've got David as well. And I've got Peltzy as well, I think. Not entirely sure. As long as it tell me his name. But not entirely sure. But we shall see. So let's get the party. Let's get the party started. Why does it not let me start the party? Just hold on a second whilst I sort this out. And there we go. Invite. So we are going to invite a few people to chat what they think. So we've got Rosberg, we have got VSR Holland, if I could find him. Where is he? I can't find him. I swear I've added him. Where is he? I can't find him. Is he online? I don't know. Where has he gone? Where has he gone? I can't find him. Right, let me invite Rosberg anyway. And search actually. Can I search? No, I can't. That's odd. Right, okay. Excuse me a moment, guys. I swear I have him. That's odd. Right, let me just search him before I add him. Yes, Holland. So let me just... I've already switched scenes, so it's all good. It is all goody goodies. So, let me invite to party. There we go. And I don't know what, I think that's his gamer tag name. No, it's not him. I can't even spell it. Let's see. I think we have someone just joined the party, I believe. Let me just mute my audio. Unmute my audio, I mean. So I'll just get the last person in. I'm trying to see if I can get Pele into the party. So if it, I don't know what. Hold on, let me just get that sorted. But whilst I do that, let's have a chat with our race winner. What a close battle that was. Aiden, are you there? That was an intense battle between you and Rosberg. Well, you and David towards the end there. You were fighting head to toe for that win. How do you feel for getting that win under your belt and taking the lead of the championship now?
Messed it up coming into the castle because I hit the wall. And I thought, oh, that's it. We got him. But that's such a mad race. Yeah, I'm literally speechless. I don't know how to describe that race.
And your first win for AOR under the VSR gamer tag as well. So a good showing for that. Tell me how was your strategy working, especially towards the carnage towards the beginning? How did the safety car help you decide when to pit? Because it definitely must have helped you.
The safety car didn't help at all. I had to double stack with Morso, obviously, because he was leading the race. He was my teammate. So we both chose to come into the pits, and it caused me to lose a good 10 seconds. But then obviously we bunched back up, so I fell back down to 9th position. And just, had to fight my way back through.
Which you managed to do quite well. When you saw the carnage go off in front of you, were you in a lot of pressure to try and avoid that towards the end?
I was just trying to keep my nose clean the whole race. I know if I could keep the nose clean and make it to the end, then it'd be a decent result.
Because you almost pushed the soft tyres to the absolute limit at the moment. It was almost at the point where I was going to have a puncture. Were you a bit worried about that, or did you knew you was going to cope that long?
Yeah, they were dead by the end of the race. They were done. I just pushed too hard. I was just watching. I could see I was catching Rosberg lap by lap by lap. I was just taking too much out of the tyres. But one more lap on my record, I would have got a puncture. So luckily the race wasn't 1 lap longer.
Yeah, otherwise that would have caused. And I think Rosberg had a similar issue. I think with the tyres. And how do you manage your tyres towards the end? Because that battle was insane with you. A shame about the penalties, because that would have been ever so close towards the line there. But tell me, how did you feel after that race? What was your pace looking like towards the end there with that battle?
My pace would have been a lot better, but obviously off the safety car restart I got wing damage, just because for some reason the Williams that was leading decided not to move when he had the first chance. So I hit the brakes not to ram into Morso, but then it obviously caused a chain reaction. Jork ran into me and then I ran into Morso, which meant we all lost our wings. But I was lucky that my wing didn't fully come off, but it was enough damage to slow my pace in the middle sector, which is where I was losing all my time. It was a blessing, in all fairness, that KJ crashed, Verstappen crashed as well, although it's a shame for them, but it meant that I was able to hang on to second quite comfortably. With Aiden coming at the end, I knew he was going to catch me, so I wasn't exactly doing a great job with my fuel saving or my ERS. On the last lap I thought, okay, if I can hold the lead, then I could get the penalty taken away and then hopefully I'd get the win, but obviously now it's irrelevant because I lost by like 300s.
So yeah, you did lose it at times there, but when KJ Gamer saw that you were tired there, did that put you in a bit less pressure, do you think?
Yeah. I didn't think he was going to get to the end on supers anyway, because I thought 16 laps is a bit of a stretch. But at the same time, I'm happy that I at least got second, because China was a bit of a mess in itself. But at the same time, it was so close to get a win that I've actually crossed the line first, unlike Bahrain. But it is what it is. Aiden fully deserved that race. I saw he nearly ploughed it into the wall on the first lap, and just still wins quite good. So fair plays.
Yeah, fair play to you on that. Unfortunately, Pele couldn't join us for the interviews because he had to turn off his Xbox. But I feel very nice and invite us the P4 person, which in fact was another P4, 2 P4s in a row, almost a podium. But Mr. Ollie Smithson, hi Ollie. You did very well to get You did very well to get pole position. Your first pole position of the season.
Yeah, it's timing really.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I went out. Jeff tried to tell me that I couldn't settle up because insufficient time, but yeah, I think I crossed the line with like 2 seconds to go or something like that. Obviously, last across the line, had the best track conditions and took pole by about a second, so I was happy with that. Absolutely pat the bus on the start. I am known to being, well, I consider myself to be a good defender. And then on about lap 5, I just decided to brake at the 50-metre board instead of the 100 for turn 1 and went straight on and ended up nearly in the wall. So I had a recovery drive for to P, what was it, 4.
Yes.
I could have got P3 off Pelseri, but I was struggling on my tyres and trying to figure out how to drive on them. But yeah, it is what it is, and I'm happy with the position to say the race I've had. So.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure how you were going to feel after that race, because you were managing to fend off the lead off of Morsa there. You were swapping and changing there for much as possible. We also managed to catch your battle with Welty as well. So the battles, you managed to keep it clean throughout the race there, which was actually quite nice. What were you feeling about? What you guys are thinking about the next race in? I think it's Spain next. Yeah, it's Spain next.
Spain, yeah. It's a decent track. Hopefully I have a bit of a better race, and a bit of changeable conditions in qualifying might be a bit of an on order as well. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Holland and David, how are you feeling about Spain? What are your thoughts going into the race? Are you going to try and get a podium again?
It's one of my stronger tracks, but we'll see what happens next week.
That is good then, to fight off that. And whoever didn't answer that?
I'm mutual about Spain, I guess. I haven't done it a lot on this game, but hopefully it's good.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. But that is it for now for the Xbox One F2 stream. We really hope you enjoyed it. Apologies for the technical difficulties towards the end, and someone did stop my stream by accident, so I had to quickly get a stream key up and restart another stream. But hopefully we did catch the lead battle at the end, which was, we're very close. So thank goodness we managed to catch that up. But anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week in Spain. Hopefully Josh will join me in the commentary box next week. But until now then, we'll see you soon. Good night.